Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is ReNDoG coming at you from just outside a mini molehole in this Let's Play Minecraft Feed the Beast series. In the previous episode, we were working on a lava pump to extract lava from the butthole of Minecraft back at the CYBERLABS. And in this episode, we are going to be going back to the origins of this series. And I wanted to come back all the way to the mini molehole here on the spawn location to show you guys where my Feed the Beast journey started. This has been a request done by quite a lot of you guys in the previous episodes, so I thought, you know what, why don't we just go back to where it all began, and I'll let you guys have a quick look at where we spawned and how we got to Ren Town and how we eventually got to making the CYBERLABS. So sit back, my people, get a soda, a coffee and some popcorn, and let's go back in time a bit and see where the Feed the Beast series all began. Well guys, where to start, man? Well, we spawned on this island over here in the middle of the ocean, and I thought we kind of spawned somewhere around here, I think. And I was like, damn, that looks really sweet. What an awesome place to spawn. Because in the bottom right-hand corner over there, you guys can see a swamp biome. And at the moment that I saw that swamp biome, I was like, yeah, jackpot. And I literally gave myself a high five, man. I was like, bam! Nice, swamp biome right off the bat. Now the reason a swamp biome is good is because it allows us to get rubber. And obviously rubber is really important in Feed the Beast because it allows you to make a whole bunch of awesome machines and stuff, because you need it to make wire. But what I eventually did was I just literally started to dig a stairway down. So I got wood and all that jazz, and then I dug straight down here, and I suddenly found myself in this giant cave. But this cave was much smaller than what it is now. It was actually a huge clump of marble. You can see there is the remainder of the marble over here. But I literally quarried this marble out of this huge cave over here, and that is the marble that I used in the CYBERLABS, and that's how we built the CYBERLAB walls and all of that stuff. And in here you can see there's still some jazz left. I think there are some valuables in here that I'm going to take back to the CYBERLABS, like this quartz crystal, like these bones, some of this bread up in here. Let's take some of these tasty apples. Damn. What else we got in here, man? Some aluminium and some coal. Okay, yeah, and ooh, 3 obsidian. I'll have some of that, thank you. And some of this marble too. There's some iron and some coal in here too. So that is pretty sweet. We still got a few valuables left in that chest, but as you can see, guys, this is where we all began. This is where I did some of my very initial strip mining also, and that's what I want to show you guys now. I want to take you all the way to the bottom of Minecraft, to the butthole of Minecraft. I think I had to dig, oh yes, I had to dig another access tunnel over here, as you can see. And let's get our sword at the ready, because now we are entering strip mine territory, guys. And if we quickly pop back to the map and turn this into a cave map, you guys will be able to see that this is where we started doing some stripping, baby. Check it out, man. We had, about 5 or 6 different strips over here. And as you can see, we went in both directions, found quite a, ooh, hello. We found quite a lot of jazz. I think there's still quite a lot of stuff left down here. I was literally just stripping for diamonds and redstone, and I was kind of ignoring anything else. And you know, guys, I had a long debate with myself about whether or not I wanted to do this with you or not. And I know that some of you guys were a little bit upset that you guys didn't see the startup of the series, you know, where we spawned and how we got to the CYBERLABS and how we got everything that we have now in the CYBERLABS. But you know, that is a part of this game that I think that I find quite I don't know if it's boring. It just takes a long time. And you know, it's just been done so many hundreds of times by so many different YouTubers and stuff that I think it's kind of boring for you guys to see. And I'm sure the vast majority of you guys weren't really bothered about seeing that stuff. So I kind of did it on my own, got a whole bunch of diamonds, made some diamond pickaxes to try and, you know, expedite the strip mining process. And I just wanted to try and get as much resources as quickly as I could. to try and establish a base somewhere. Now at this stage, I still hadn't decided exactly where I wanted to build a base. I was thinking about turning this cave into a base, into like a sweet ass base. But then I realized, man, we already have a mole hole in our Let's Play Minecraft series, so I wanted to try do something a little bit different. So I decided, you know what, why don't we make a boat and why don't we freaking venture across the ocean and see what we can find? And that's exactly what I did. I made a little boat and I sort of headed in this direction. Let's get our map back to looking on the surface. And, you know, looking at this map, I was like, okay, well, there's the rubber, there I see a rubber plantation, a rubber tree plantation. So let's go and have a look what's over here. I was hoping to maybe find a temple or an NPC village of some kind. And I sort of came along the coastline here, and then I spotted this really crazy area over here, which is basically what I mean, it's kind of like a volcano magma field, right? There's nothing growing on there, and it's, I mean, you can see it. It looks like magma has destroyed the landscape over there. And I contemplated building a base there because it's quite a unique biome. But what I thought I would do is carry on looking, and there, lo and behold, on the map, I saw this little wooden structure thing. And it turned out to be a witch's hut. And man, I was like, damn, that is sweet. And I wanted to kind of make this witch's hut into my home. But I realized, you know what, man, that hut is way too small to hold a freaking doggy. You know what I'm saying? We need a much bigger hut than that. So I sort of continued on my adventure, and I landed over here. There you can see my original adventure boat, if you will. Still stranded over here. And I landed in this rubber tree jungle. And I was like, this is the sweetest. This is definitely where I want to be building my jazz. And in the background there, you can see like a really epic sort of foresty biome. There you can see this awesome cliff over here. My initial thoughts were to build my house at the very top there, right at the top of that thing. Because man, how sweet would it be to have a house up there looking down on the world? And I sort of contemplated that for a while, but then I realized, you know, this is a Feed the Beast series, man. This is supposed to be a technical series using some of the machines that Feed the Beast allow us. But this isn't about building a sweet-ass house at the top of a cliff. You know what I'm saying? This is about building a giant-ass space platform that is going to suck this world dry of resources. And cute little cliffs on the top of houses, that is just not what we're trying to do around here. So anyway, I sort of explored around here, and what I eventually found was a giant ass ravine, and man, it is over there. It's been waypointed. Oh god, creeper and spider, double creeper action. Bam! My goodness, that was crazy. Thanks, creepers. You took care of the problem for me. But over here, I found a giant ass ravine, and this is where I did a whole bunch more mining. And guys, when I say giant ravine, I mean freaking giant ravine. I mean, look at this freaking ravine, man. It is massive. And I made this water vapor to get to the bottom of it, and I did so much mining. There is still so much to do. You guys can still see some of the ores and whatnot glittering away down there. And a lot of you guys have told me about a jetpack, which is something that you can get in Feed the Beast. And I think once we get a jetpack, we're going to come back to this ravine and do some of this mining of some of these more inaccessible ores, because that is looking freaking sweet if you ask me, man. But, you know, that was awesome. I spent a lot of time in that ravine because I found Rentown really, really close to the ravine. There you can see it on the map. I saw the NPC village and I was like, yes, jackpot time. And I sort of went and established myself there and set up in my little room in the NPC village and started growing my wheat and my freaking carrots and taters and all the good things that are currently growing in Rentown. But I started to adventure out because I wanted to try and figure out what energy are we going to use in this Feed the Beast series. And when I came along to this sort of area over here, I saw this giant oil spill coming out of this sand biome over here. And I was like, damn man, that is awesome. I'm going to be using oil energy in this Feed the Beast series. But then I realized that my brother and I were using oil energy in the Take It series that we were playing together. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm not just going to replicate what we were doing in the Take It series. And that is when I stumbled across this pool of lava. And get in the lava. Burn, you bastard. And suddenly it clicked, man. I was like, bam! Lava power. Or as it will from now on be known as llama power. I was like, damn yes, I'm going to be making llama power engines. And that is what I'm going to be generating my energy in Feed the Beast from. But what I realized was that this reservoir over here is pretty small. And I wanted to, I wanted a bigger reservoir than that, man. I wanted enough lava to sort of fuel my base for as long as possible. And that is when I decided to just dig straight down underneath this church. And that is when I discovered that giant pool of lava underneath the CYBERLABS. But let's have a quick look at what happened when I got into Rentown. So I got here and I built a fence all the way around the town. You can see it's all fenced out. I added torches along the fences all the way around, and that ensured that all the creepers and freaking skeletons and zombies were kept out of Rentown. And I made this sort of entrance over here, and I planted the rubber tree plantation over here. This is where I get all of my resin, and of course resin gets smelted down into rubber, and rubber gets turned into wires, and we need those wires to make sweet ass freaking machines, man. So a rubber tree plantation is the best friend of any Feed the Beast player, and this is one of the first things that I set up, because you want to try get as much resin as you possibly can. Now over there in the distance, here you can see this cliff face. This cliff face was covered in oak trees, and I cut most of them down to get enough wood to build the miniature scale version of the RenStar, as well as the RenStar viewing platform. And I do plan to go and replant the saplings over there. It's kind of looking pretty bare, man, but I was really excited about starting the series, so I just sort of thought I'll do that at a later stage. But as you can see, this is the RenStar miniature scale version, and up here we get a good view of what it's going to look like, as well as a good view of Rentown. And of course, here are all the farms and whatnot that Rentown has to offer. Starting at a spawn in Minecraft and finding an NPC village is really, really good, because you don't have to do any of this work yourself. The NPCs have done it for you already. And over here was my very first room. Here's my bed, here's my chest with all the original stuff that I found in here. And then, I was trying to think about what I wanted to do. I wanted to set up a laboratory somewhere. That is what I knew, that I wanted to make like an evil laboratory somewhere. And suddenly when I saw this church, it clicked on me, man. And I was like, kaplam! I'm gonna make a CYBERLABS right underneath this church. And I just literally dug down, and the rest is history, man. I dug out this giant ass area and used all the marble that we got from the marble quarry to build the CYBERLABS as you see them today. And I originally had just torches lighting up this place, and I was like, man, these torches are so nasty. There's got to be a better light source in Feed the Beast. And lo and behold, I found these epic freaking light fixtures that don't need redstone power or anything, and they look so amazing. But of course you need glowstone to do that. So I built the nether portal the nether portal over here, and this takes us into the nether, where I went and got a whole bunch of glowstone. And I made these freaking light fixtures. I then sort of moved on to getting the storage room prepared and the maintenance level dug out, and that is where we began, man. That is exactly where I left off, and that is where I started the series, and I brought you guys in on the construction of the furnace rooms. And here we are, man, episode 3. We got a project table in place. We got a whole bunch of furnaces connected up to an automatic fuel source and an automatic delivery system. And man, most excitingly of all, guys, in the previous episode we were pumping a whole bunch of lava, and check it out, baby. Oh man, our lava reservoirs are full up. Oh my goodness, they are actually completely full. I think we better turn off these engines before we pump, we start wasting lava. So let's unplug these redstone torches from here. Now, a lot of you guys have given me some excellent advice that I want to thank you for. A lot of you guys have said that I should use levers to make redstone power signals rather than redstone torches, and that way I can save on redstone. So that is an excellent suggestion. Thanks to everybody who helped me out with that, man. But guys, that is basically the end of this Origins episode. Man, I cannot wait to start the next episode, when we're going to start converting this lava behind me into energy, baby, using geothermal generators. And we're going to be using that energy to make some really epic things like quarries and recycling plants and a whole bunch of other stuff. But guys, I'm going to have to end this episode here, man. If you've enjoyed it, you know what to do. You hit that freaking like button. And if you are new from somewhere on the internet, this is only episode 3, man. So there's way more episodes to come. So smack that freaking subscribe button like nobody's business, or I'm going to get freaking angry at your ass. Guys, this has been ReNDoG playing Feed the Beast. I hope you've enjoyed it, man. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye, my friends.